Welcome to 13 News at 6, and we have a warm start to the holiday weekend. Right now, you're taking a live look downtown where things are dry right now. But we know that is all going to change because we have a potential for severe weather tonight. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Felicia Lawrence. Rob Ellis is here getting us prepared for a weekend. I'm sure lots of people traveling or have folks coming in.
Yeah, and it's a very nice spring day, but anytime as a meteorologist I see a nice spring day, I sometimes know it's going to come with spring storms, and that's what we do have in the forecast. Let me show you the areas that the Storm Prediction Center has outlined for that possibility for severe storms. Now, most of it is farther to our west, mainly parts of Illinois down into Missouri, but at some point those storms will creep to the east and they may spill over into Indiana. There's not a lot showing up on radar at the moment, but this is where the front is located. We expect things to begin to initiate over the next couple of hours, and sometime I think after about 11 or 12 o'clock tonight, we'll see those storms move in. Now, we are losing some of the heating of the day. We had numbers that were into the 80s earlier. There are a couple that are hanging on, but the temperatures are cooling down. The winds are also calming down. We had gusts as high as 40 to 45 miles per hour. There are still a few on the board, but the winds are still gusty, probably going to stay breezy, although maybe not quite as gusty during the overnight. But the timing here is going to be after about 11 o'clock through, I'd say, about 3 a.m. This is when we could see the possibility for some stronger storms. Will these contain gusty winds and hail? We'll watch for that as things develop on radar. That's going to keep that chance for rain and storms in our forecast, not just tonight, but we'll also have more rain in the forecast for Saturday and unfortunately for Sunday as well. Coming up, I'm going to walk you through the timing hour by hour of what to expect all the way through the holiday weekend. That's coming up.
Thanks, Robin. Tonight at 6, a closer look into that police pursuit this week that covered 3 counties, 40 miles, and lasted over 30 minutes before a deadly crash. Rich Nye has police radio traffic from the Henry County Sheriff who started the chase and new information on the man arrested.
Police believe this stolen Dodge Durango going south on Mithofer Road hit 2 other cars around 9:45 Monday night, rolling several times. 33-year-old DeJuan Hampton was ejected and killed. State police arrested a 38-year-old Indianapolis man on Thursday, who they say was the driver. The chase started in Newcastle when Henry County Sheriff John Sproles tried to pull over the Durango for what his office called erratic driving. The chase headed west on I-70.
Information ISP wants to know the reason for the pursuit. 1037.
The answer from the sheriff, 1037, is a suspicious vehicle. Stop sticks on the interstate failed, and the sheriff called off the chase for his agency as it neared Marion County.
Let's go ahead and terminate. Henry County is going to terminate.
State police took over, but the sheriff did not head back to Henry County.
I'm going to continue on that way. 28 continue on that way as well.
28 is a number identifier for the deputy who took over as the lead car in the pursuit. The Durango exited at Post Road. All agencies claim the pursuit was terminated before the crash.
Heavy 1050.
1050 is a traffic accident.
I don't know how many people. I need fire and EMS.
The Henry County deputy is on the scene right after the crash calling for help.
28 UMO.
The sheriff asked if his deputy was in the crash.
I saw the vehicles here.
The man arrested this week has a significant felony criminal history. Back in 2017, he allegedly got into a fight with a man in this parking lot, fired a gun, then took off and led police on a car and foot chase.
The chase went south on Keystone Avenue from Raymond Street and into a neighborhood. The man was caught and convicted of being a serious violent felon with a gun and resisting police using a car. In Indianapolis, Rich Nye, 13 News.
And being arrested this week is now a probation violation for the man on his previous conviction. He is scheduled to be in court Tuesday. That's when he may also face new charges in the fatal crash. And tonight, a civil lawsuit against Indianapolis Public Schools is dismissed after both sides came to a settlement. The lawsuit claimed an IPS teacher orchestrated a fight club type of discipline in his classroom. Well, the alleged abuse took place over several months last year at IPS School 87. According to public records, the district sent checks worth more than $1.2 million to someone with the same name as the victim's mother. So we've reached out to both parties regarding the payment but have not heard back. The teacher is still facing a criminal charge of neglect of a dependent for failing to stop a fight. And only a few lawmakers were at the State House today, but that did not stop one group from making their voices heard about proposed legislation. Several religious leaders led a march from Monument Circle to the State House in opposition of Senate Bill 197. A recent amendment added to the bill would allegedly criminalize homeless, allowing for the unhoused to face possible punishments like fines or even jail time. They say the new bill would only hurt those facing the threat of homelessness.
It doesn't make any sense for us to criminalize people who are stricken by poverty. Instead, we believe in common sense programs that will help to fight homelessness at a root level, to understand the causes of poverty.
Now, in the bill, officers would have the chance to give out a warning or take someone in need to a nearby shelter if it's within 5 miles. And tonight, the federal government is looking to keep search warrants sealed after raiding a former IU professor's home in Carmel and in Bloomington. So this comes in response to a request to unseal those warrants earlier this month. The FBI raided the homes of Xiaofeng Wang back in March. Shortly after, the university fired him, telling 13 News he had been suspended earlier in the month for research misconduct. In the filing, the government argues there is no need for the public to access the information other than, quote, generalized desire. A spokesperson for Wang and his wife did tell 13 News the pair are safe earlier this month. And a proposed massive data center campus is on the agenda for leaders in Hancock County, but not all neighbors are on board with the idea. Our Ashton Hackman talked with a developer of the facility and has reaction from a nearby farm.
That data center, if approved, would go here in more than 700 acres in Hancock County, near the Indianapolis Regional Airport. What is now farmland could soon harvest massive amounts of data. The plan submitted last month by Surge Development LLC asks county commissioners to approve rezoning needed to build a site with data storage capabilities and network infrastructure. But not all neighbors are on board. Nearby Tuttle Orchards voiced their concerns, writing, quote, this proposal could significantly alter the character of the area and negatively impact Tuttle Orchards. The atmosphere and surrounding landscape to the farm are important to our success. The developer says they hear some of the concerns.
Right now, we're taking the time to have those conversations, and we're looking at adjustments and refinements that we can make to the plan that address, concerns that people have.
A public meeting on this proposed data center plan is scheduled for May 27th. In Hancock County, Ashton Hackman, 13 News.
It's game day eve for the Indiana Pacers as the first round of playoffs start tomorrow. Many people are coming to the city for the game. Our Marina Silva is live at Gainbridge with what to expect. Hey, Marina.
Hey Felicia, it's going to be busy down here tomorrow morning, all starting right at 10:30 for that fan experience, then the 1 o'clock game. Now, the fan experience is going to have music, face painting, and different activities to get people excited for the game. Now, it's a gold out, so Pacers are asking fans to dress in all gold. Visit Indy says as soon as the game was announced, even though it is Easter weekend, they saw people booking hotels to be close by for the game.
Well, with Easter being a traditionally lighter weekend for group business and conventions, this is a great benefit to our city from an economic impact standpoint. Having folks downtown in Indianapolis for a Pacer game over a traditionally light weekend results in more traffic in businesses, restaurants, as well as hotels.
So for those of you that do have a ticket for the game, the Pacers will be unveiling a shirt for everybody that has a ticket. It'll be on your chair when you get to your seat. We did look just a little while ago, and there are still tickets left. They're about $46 on the lower end for those of you that still want to get it to go to the game. Back to you, Felicia.
Oh, how fun, Marina. Thank you so much for bringing us this. We appreciate you. And then coming up a bit later, we are hearing from Pacers forward Obi Toppin on the team's mentality heading in tomorrow's matchup. Plus, it's been a busy week at the State House. We are recapping the top stories as lawmakers look to tackle some key issues moving forward. Rob?
And we're also watching the timing of those storms, expected to move in after midnight tonight. But we've got more storms in the forecast all week, and I'll walk you through that timing for rain and storms coming up.